Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome on in. I think I have everything on and all that good stuff. Music's off. We're doing good. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining me. If you're either here for this update on YouTube, Facebook, or X, because we're streaming everywhere, here's the latest in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of the Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. Sorry about my dog. She's getting comfortable behind us right now. But I'm bringing you updates from yesterday into what we know right now, because we kind of stopped, at a certain point yesterday. But with the official developments and investigation details. Hey, Mia, lay down there, friend. Hey, pick a bed. Yeah, I only got one dog in here right now. Sorry. Mia, come on. It's okay. Lay down. They're lovely. Dogs are. I swear. I think they're like worse than children. Children usually listen. She listened. Sorry about that. But we're going to start off where we left off yesterday. So if you missed a minute of anything in the case, please check out my previous lives, short videos, and videos, because I've got a lot. You can also follow me on X, TikTok, or YouTube to get up to the minute updates on this case and other cases that we're following. I've been really trying to stream and put out content on all different platforms. So that way, everybody can see it. If you guys want to, you can even share it. But one last thing before we get started, because we're going to get started here very shortly. One last thing before we get started, if you don't mind hitting the like button, that really does help just get us out there into the algorithm so that people can come in and see the video. If we do it in the beginning, it's better. It's just, that's how YouTube works. But if you appreciate the coverage, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get to 24,000 subscribers. We're almost there. And if you feel like it, you can hit the bell icon. That way you're alerted to all new videos. Also, I will put the channel link in the for memberships in the chat if you would like to join our membership channel or channel membership. That would be great. That would be really great. So it really helps the channel. And thank you, everybody. I see everyone's in here. It's so good to see you guys. Look, even Nightbot. Man, you're early, Nightbot. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Casey. Hey, Kitsy. Hey, Jen. Hey, Tony. Hey, Crystal. Welcome on in, everybody. Hey, Mary. Welcome in. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm kind of going a little fast. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Kentucky Lucky. Hey, CJK. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody. And last night, I thought my shoulder was okay. And then this morning, I woke up and it was crazy again. So if you see me, like, holding it up, that's why. But let me go ahead and pull up the first thing I was going to pull up. So we're going to get into the live. So law enforcement in Arizona, they detained a person last night, a person of interest, during a traffic stop in Tucson in connection with Miss Guthrie's disappearance. That person that they detained was later released. We thought that's kind of what we were talking about on the live. We were like, oh, they got somebody detained and all of that. I'm going to still talk to you guys, but I'm going to walk over here really quick and open this door for the other one. All right, Mia, come here. Can I get your sister in? Come on. Did you eat some food? Was it good? Did you get your belly full? Okay, now we can start the live. It's official. We've got all of our parties in here. One's digging her way to China. I don't know what she's doing. But they did. So they ended up releasing the person. And I was just like, what? My head was spinning. I swear my head was spinning last night because it's the FBI, right? So authorities searched a location. Even they searched his house in Rio Rico, and it was tied to him, that individual, as part of the investigation. So the FBI don't normally be doing all that for no reason. Like, they don't normally make mistakes like that. Like, oh, okay, we're sorry, like, we'll see you later. So that kind of surprised me. Hey, TM. Oh, I talk to them like they're my babies. These dogs. Yeah. When they wake up in the morning, I'm like, did you sleep good? I mean, you would think I have like those fake dolls, the fake doll people. That's like me with the dogs. It is. But basically they're back to canvassing the area around Nancy's home, back to square one. I believe they're doing the same thing around her daughter's home, which I'm not sure why they would be over there, other than I guess that was the last place that she was seen with them. But technically, I don't know. That part is just a little weird. So very weird. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Brian Etten was on it. I was watching his shorts. We're going to watch a couple of them today because I did make, I think, a couple shorts. I don't know if I put them on YouTube, but I know I put them on TikTok. So they might be on both. I try to do both. Okay. So I'm just looking to see if we're doing good on all the other streams. I got like 4 up. That's a lot. And then I do have a live view of her house. Also, and nothing's going on there as of right now. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But so there's been at least 2 ransom letters were reportedly emailed to media organizations, including TMZ and Tucson TV stations, after Nancy Guthrie was reported missing. So one of the notes purportedly stated that Nancy was okay, but scared. I would say so. The earlier notes demand millions of dollars in Bitcoin as ransom for her safe return, specifying a Bitcoin address where payment was to be sent. There was at least one letter that demanded 1 Bitcoin, and we'll talk about that. And that was around that's about $67,000 in exchange for revealing the name of the person involved in her disappearance, rather than directly for her release. The letter wasn't like, we'll release her if you give us 1 Bitcoin. It was, we'll tell you who has her if you give us 1 Bitcoin. If true, the person that has her is out there running their damn mouth. I mean, and I wouldn't doubt it. But the initial ransoms reportedly included deadlines. For example, the first deadline was on a Thursday, and then the second deadline was the following Monday. They were like, if you can't make it by Thursday, Monday is fine. But they added pressure for the payment. They did add, I think they said they would have them pay $4 million if they paid on Thursday. But if they waited to pay on Monday, then it was $6 million. Interest, I guess. I don't know if it's just, I mean, seriously, this case is if a tilt-a-whirl. But some descriptions of the letters, like I said, they included specific details about her home, like the damaged floodlight and personal items such as her Apple Watch. But that investigators and some journalists believe that they might not have been public before the letter was written. Investigators have not received any proof that Nancy is alive. Along with the notes, there's been no photos, no audio, no video, no anything. Nothing of Nancy's, piece of her clothing. I don't know. There's just been nothing. There's just nothing. It's just so sad. Is it Crystal? I like that name. I like how you spell it. Thank you for your dedication. Oh, my mom and I watch you together every day. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Tell your mom I said hi. I love that so much. Right? That's exactly how it seemed. I prefer the money on Thursday, but if not, Monday is cool, right? But like it's almost, I'm telling you, it sounds like someone young. Like who does that? Then someone that doesn't have their frontal cortex or whatever, their that thing freaking developed yet. I mean, I'm telling you, like this person is not right. It is not right. The worst ransom ever. It really is. I wonder, like, if this person is typing it up and she's there, or if this is true, right? And this ransom, let's just say this ransom letter is true, and he's typing it up and she's there, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give him till Monday." How is she doing without her medication? Like that's what that's what I'm concerned about. I mean, I don't know what all. I mean, I don't know if she was on anything other than what we've heard. Like, I don't know if she's on anything for depression or anxiety or anything like that. But I know there are like medicines, like depression medications that you cannot just go off of. Your brain will be like, you can hear it short circuiting out. Like it's bad. So I just hope that, I don't know. I think I put a short video out. I think I put it out. I had another video I was going to put out and I didn't, but I don't know if I put this out because I did a couple videos today, but, I was thinking, what if this kidnapper, he didn't look very sophisticated at the door, right? Trying to put the vine over the Ring doorbell, like that was going to work. I mean, he doesn't seem very sophisticated, and he didn't act like he knew the house. When he walked up there, he didn't know there was a Ring doorbell, or he would have had something to put over it before he walked up. Do you know what I mean? Like he would have had a plan for that doorbell, that camera. So I don't think he's very sophisticated, but maybe, just maybe, he asked her because he knew she's 84. Maybe, just maybe, he had a brain and he said, "Are you on any medication that you need? Grab 10 days worth." You know what I mean? Like maybe not the whole bottle, but like bring like 10 days worth. I'm going to have you for a while. So get your shit ready or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to be hopeful that she got her medication somehow, but I don't know. I'm sure that they would count the medication. The officers would count it to see if there was anything missing, but that's something that they could be keeping from the public. That could be something. So, what did I want to show you first? Of course, I've got like a million tabs. We're just going to go here, but that's not what I want to show you. I'm like, where am I at? Okay. I wanted to go through, we have to go up, so from the bottom up, because this is an article that's from, I believe ABC, or no, NBC. I'm sorry, NBC News. And it gives up to date, It gives us up-to-date stuff like for the investigation. And they do it like every hour or so. So I figured we will go through today. Sound good? And it started at 8:55 a.m. this morning. And they did a timeline, and I thought it was pretty decent timeline. It's not very long timeline. So I figure we'll go through this timeline. Because I don't think I've made one. I've made something else, but I don't think I made a timeline yet. I usually do. So February 1st, Nancy Guthrie's family reports her missing around noon. February 2nd, a ransom note is sent to media outlets, including a local Tucson television station. So they didn't wait too long before their first ransom note came in. February 3rd, blood was found. Investigators find blood at or near the front porch of the Guthrie's house. DNA testing later confirms the blood belongs to her. Now, I wonder when Brian Enton went up and did his video of the porch. I wonder if that was before or if that was February 3rd. Because I have a feeling that they didn't see that maybe, and that's why they went back. Because Brian Enton's video dropped, and they went right back over there, and they taped it back off as a crime scene. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. The family releases on February 4th an Instagram video asking the possible kidnapper to contact them and requesting proof of life. And there was one note that they did contact him, but that was the person that didn't. That was the fake ransom person. So then February 5th, second video from the family. It's the first deadline. So at 5 p.m. local time, the first deadline mentioned in the ransom note passes. Around the same time, Cameron Guthrie appears in a video message asking for a way to communicate with whoever is holding his mom. So it was just him in the video, her brother, Savannah's brother. And then February 6th, they got a second ransom note. So then the second ransom note is sent to Tucson television station KOLD. So then the third family video comes out February 7th. The family releases a third video on Instagram saying they will pay for her safe return. February 9th, second deadline comes. The second deadline mentioned in the ransom note was reported to fall on this day. It came and went. No communication from them. No, here's a drop off. None of that. Or, put the money in the Bitcoin account by this time, none of that. So Savannah Guthrie says in a new video that her family needs the public's help. She doesn't mention the ransom in this one. She doesn't mention like a lot of things. I don't know. It's just more somber or something. And then February 10th, FBI releases black and white doorbell camera photos and video of an armed, masked person at Nancy Guthrie's house the morning she went missing. And this person is freaking terrifying to me. I could not imagine. I'm 40, okay? I'm 40. And that's like my worst nightmare, right? I think that's everybody's worst nightmare. Maybe not men, maybe not some men, because, but a lot of women, a stranger at your door, coming in at, early morning hours. Nope, not for me. Not for me. No, ma'am. I mean, I don't know how she kept like her blood pressure down, and like my blood pressure goes up when I go to the dentist. Because I walk like through the school and it takes me a while, and I'm walking fast, and I think it's like I'm a little nervous because I'm going to the dentist, and my blood pressure will be like through the roof just for that. And I'm not even on blood pressure medicine like that. So like, I couldn't imagine her having blood pressure problems. So no news conference planned for today, which I heard. I was in a chat this morning and I saw someone say there was a press conference at 11, and I looked and there was no press conference. So that was at 9:11 a.m. So yeah, they weren't going to update the public on nothing. They just dropped these photos and, expect us to just look at them, I guess. So then 12 hours ago, 9:41, the FBI released photos, which they did that already, but FBI Director Kash Patel shared 6 black and white photos and 3 video. I don't think we saw the third, of a potential subject in the Guthrie kidnapping case on social media yesterday. The images and video clips appear to have been captured by Guthrie's doorbell camera, which the perpetrator later disconnected, officials have said. So he disconnected it. Yeah, didn't smash it. The images show a person wearing a mask and gloves, carrying a backpack, walking up the home, attempting to cover the doorbell camera with their hand, and using a brush pulled from the front yard. Using brush, they meant. He also had a gun. We can't forget that. Patel said the video was recovered from residual data located in the back-end systems of the camera. Residual. I was like, I knew I said that word wrong. Sorry. Okay. Over the last 8 days, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department have been working closely with our private sector partners to continue to recover any images or video, which we read this, but we'll read it again. Okay. Any images or video footage from Nancy Guthrie's home that may have been lost, corrupted, or inaccessible due to the variety of factors, including the removal of recording devices. The video was recovered from residual data located in the back-end systems. Working with our partners, as of this morning, law enforcement has uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an armed individual appearing to have been tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. And then it's just the pictures. I don't think it's the video, though. That's creepy to me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. What's your guys' thoughts on who this is? I know you guys have some thoughts. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to be right back. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. I'll be right back to look at them. Who do you think this person could be? Do you think that do you think he's known to the victim? Do you think that the victim, do you think Nancy knew him? Do you think Savannah knew him? Do you think anyone in the family knew him? Let me know. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Sorry. I walked fast. Okay. Sorry about that. I've been like all over the place tonight. Okay. Anyways. Okay. I don't know how he got in the house. Yeah. So let me go back up here. Because I do have pictures of some people. Because I know that some people have said that he looked like one of the band members. And then some people, not band members, I'm sorry, of the son-in-law. And then I heard today, I guess Savannah's ex-husband. So I put up pictures, and I was like trying to like put a side by side together. Let me see. So this is her ex-husband, I think, and don't quote me on this because I'm pretty sure this is what it is. But I don't think they look alike. Like these eyes are, I don't know, something about the eyes to me. Maybe it's because the only thing we can see, but like I don't know the shape. And then this is the other guy that's in the band that people have been talking about. These maybe it's like an almond shape or something. He hasn't been caught. That's what I mean, right? That's what I said. That's what I said, Lauren. I was like, because I think criminals are pretty stupid, but I mean, he's doing something to stay hidden. You know what I mean? Like he's really staying hidden. Yeah. I didn't even know she had a hearing aid. I said something about it the other night, like if she had a hearing aid, it would be, and she had it out, but I didn't know she had one. I heard that. Yeah. Jen, I heard the sheriff, he retired. Because at first I thought it was Sheriff Nanos. I was like, Nanos left. What? And then It's the chief that left. The chief, I think. But I want to know how he got in the house. Dominic Evans. Thank you, Lauren. Is that who you think it is? This guy here? That's who that is, isn't it? Yeah, he would have to know, like, she's living alone. That's true, but, like, it seems like he didn't know that house, right? I wonder if he's staying in the area somewhere, like, whether it's for construction, whether he's staying with family, whether just, I mean, anything. I wonder if it could be something like that, you know? I don't know. So then the FBI released photos. We just read that. So then FBI saw Guthrie subject video before yesterday morning, sources say. The FBI saw the video of the potential subject in the Guthrie case before yesterday morning, according to two officials briefed on the investigation. Well, yeah, I'm sure they did, but before they sent it out, they're going to look at it. I mean, we can look at this really quick.
This morning, hope that someone will recognize this masked person, their eyes still visible despite a full face covering, wearing a backpack, sneakers, and a gun holster.
Would you know if that was your kid or if that was your husband or if that was your dad or whatever? Would you know with them with the ski mask on? Like, would you be able to say for 100% sure, yep, that's them? Like by their gait and everything too. I mean, the way they're standing, the way he's holding the gun, like, you know, just his hands on the gun. Maybe like when he's not even has a gun, maybe he does something like that, you know, puts his hand like there in his pants. I think I'd be able to. If it was Vincent, yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. He wouldn't even have to have just the way he stands, probably. You think you thought it was the band member? Yeah, I don't think it's the guy in that band. I don't know. I don't think it's anybody they know, really. Electrician? Oh. Heard the gun was the wrong type for the holster he had. Probably, Jen. You think 2 to 3 involved? See, I don't know. I think maybe just one. But I don't know because when I go to one, I'm like, how is he going to keep her, like, contained while he goes to sleep, right? I just don't see that. But there was, and I'm not saying this, and I don't want to put fear on anybody, but like, remember the guy, the Amazon killer, they called him, and he had the girl in the shipping container? I don't know how long she was in there, but really? I've never said, oh, Peeping Tom. I'm reading your guys' comments. Could be a yard worker helper. I'm thinking if it was like, because they said they talked to all the helpers. I'm thinking it could be like a relative of the helper. You know, it kind of brings me back to like, you know, Alec Murdaugh, his housekeeper had 2 sons and they would come to the house. They were there, you know, like something like that. Like, I don't know. He looks like I would be terrified. I mean, if he was coming in my house, I would be like, no, thank you.
All details that could trigger someone to make a critical call. Experts say video like this can lead to breakthroughs with the
And his backpack was full. Look at that thing. Like, what's he got in there? Because, I mean, seriously, what's he got in there? If he has a car or whatever, he has to have a car, right? Because he had to have gotten there. I'm thinking he got there by a car. Why does he need that much stuff to kidnap an 84-year-old woman? Like, what's in there?
One to make a critical call. Experts say video like this can lead to breakthroughs, with the FBI hoping the public's response will move the investigation forward.
This investigation of this magnitude is going to require the public's assistance, which is why we put it out nearly immediately, the video, the photos, and sharpened images. And we continue to receive tips, and based upon that, we were able to expand the investigation.
It's happened many times before.
Well, he has his beanie pulled down, so the only thing you can see is his eyebrows.
That's the manager of a Pennsylvania
Luigi's eyebrows or something.
McDonald's calling 911 after customers noticed Luigi Mangioni's distinctive eyebrows. The tip coming just one day after the police released this photo of the suspected assassin of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. And less than a week after this surveillance video showing the murder went viral.
We know the public will play a critical role in identifying and locating these individuals.
Surveillance video also expediting the capture of the two brothers responsible for the
I remember
2013
that.
Boston Marathon bombing.
That day, I'm just going to tell you a quick story. My mom was trying to invite some stranger in for a cup of tea or something. Like it was hot. I don't even know. I was like, Mom, you know what just happened?
After the FBI released these images showing the
quick
Tsarnaev brothers
side
at the
story.
marathon finish line, the publicity prompting a flood of tips that led to their capture. And more recently, in the Charlie Kirk shooting, suspect Tyler Robinson turned himself in at the urging of his parents after photos and this video of the shooter running away from the scene were made public.
Was picture in the news, the gun on the news. He knew it was inevitable that he would be caught.
And then just last December, after the Brown University shootings, a post on Reddit around the FBI poster containing photos of a suspect led to a man saying police needed to look into a gray Nissan.
That person led us to the car, which led us to the name, which led us to the photographs of that individual renting the car, which matched the clothing of our shooter here in Providence.
Now, law enforcement hoping this video will spark a response, with the Guthrie family calling on members of the public to once again step up. Already,
I mean, if there was a second person, I don't know, maybe he went around back, but I think there was a camera there that would have caught him. But they could have camera footage more and just not be telling us. I would think he would have got caught on one of those cameras because I think she had some like up on the roof that were taken down. But he could have been the one that busted the floodlight.
online, people are poring over every detail of the photos and the videos, from the shape of the person's eyebrows to the jacket he was wearing, trying to identify the
Yeah, I was looking at the
sneakers he wore,
jacket
the
and the book
backpack. What
bag.
brand is it? So often, guys, it is
That book bag is like specific. You know what I mean? It has like the little flashing things right there. This jacket is specific. Like, look at that black, like the thin black line across it. I wonder if you put this in like reverse Google search, if you could just do like, you know, how you can like take the image and just do just the jacket. Just let me take a screenshot real quick and like, yeah, okay.
one little thing that someone out there notices that leads to the tip that changes everything.
It's like the gait. You know how someone walks, just something so
Yes.
small.
All right, let's go, Internet. Do what you do.
All right, thank you, Kate.
We are back.
I was trying to do this really quick. Dagnabbit. It might not, because I'm going to do the whole thing. I should have cropped it. I think this is it. Wait, is it going to let me? I've never done it before. Okay, it's telling me about this. It's just telling me about the case. I want to know about the jacket. I'm going to work on that. Because if you could just get like, if you could crop it, right? Crop the photo, like, and just crop the jacket, you might be able to put that into like reverse image, like reverse Google image, and it might bring up the jacket, like where it's from, like where you bought it. And it might be a boutique or something. You never know, where they get the customers' names or something, right? Or they only have 6, because a lot of boutiques only carry like 6 of each item. So, I mean, it's an idea. I'm just saying. So, I should just try it, but I will here in a minute. So FBI officials said tips increased dramatically after the release of photos and video. That's good. It's good to know. I mean, I wonder how many are legit. She does have some posters up, which is good. They said they were going to do that. It says, when former FBI agent Catherine Schwett heard about the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, her mind drifted to a crime that took place in Royal, Wisconsin more than 2 decades ago. Okay. An 88-year-old grandmother was abducted from her home in February 2003 and placed in the trunk of her car. Her abductor drove her to his property and shackled her inside a trailer. Soon after, the woman's grandson, who owned a construction company, started to receive messages demanding millions for her release. The kidnapper thought he could get a big ransom from the family, who investigated the case and helped capture the abductor 5 days after the woman was taken. The Guthrie case doesn't seem to be following that script. If you're going to abduct someone for cash, why wouldn't you aggressively try to get the cash by communicating with the family right from the start so you get your money and return the victim? That's my sentiments. Why keep her this long? Like, she's 84. You know, they're not kicking it with her, watching movies, eating popcorn. Like, what would you want with an 84-year-old woman? That's the part I don't get. I mean, is she here? It says, okay, yeah, it's insanity. So then they have these two. Okay. In a post yesterday on Instagram, Savannah Guthrie shared one of the videos released by the FBI showing a masked individual approaching her mother's home. Oh, man. Someone out there recognized this person. She said in the caption, "We believe she is still out there. Bring her home." Okay, now she's demanding it. So now there we go, Savannah. Bring her home. She's like, "I'm done playing." Like, to me that's like very short, to the point. We just want to bring her home. I mean, you can't just take someone's mother and grandmother. She's 84. Let her live out her life. I mean, literally 84 years old. How many more years? Really? At 84. I mean, you could live to be 100. You could live to be even older. She probably could live to be 100. But I'm just saying, like, let her live out her days. Those are the best days of your life when you're 84. You do what you want when you want, you know. I don't know. I want to see this person. Give me 5 seconds with them. So this is the FBI today. This is a statement on their activity. Just giving everybody a warning. Telling them to move. Bitch, get out the way. It says, this morning, numerous FBI agents are conducting an extensive search along multiple roadways in the Catalina foothills area related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. And that's what I said the other day. If I was there, like, as a news person or whatever you would say, like as a YouTuber, because I'm a YouTuber, not a news person. I would be looking. Like, I don't know. I would just be looking in the area for her. I wouldn't just be standing there or sitting there chit-chatting it up. I don't know. That's just me. We're asking the media and motorists to follow all traffic laws and to remain especially cautious when passing law enforcement personnel near the roadways. We appreciate the assistance and support. $50,000 reward. Get her home. Then we get to 8 hours ago around 1:30. The Pima County Sheriff said there will be no press briefings or interviews scheduled at this time. Should a significant development occur, a press conference will be called. That's what you said before, assholes. And we just had a significant development happen. You put out a video, 3 videos of a suspect coming up to the house and then and ripping trying to get the camera off and covering it and doing his thing. And then you got these video stills. What do you mean? You said this last week, or like the last before or after the last press conference. There'll be no press conferences until something significant happens. This is significant. I would say this is pretty freaking significant. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of reporters that have a lot of good questions. Brian Entenprice has a lot of them in his pocket for you. So then authorities confirm person who is detained has been released. And that's weird. That's so weird to me. Like, the FBI they don't mess up normally. You know what I mean? Like, did they let this guy go for a reason? I don't know. But the man detained for questioning yesterday, I wonder what they said. I wonder what they asked. In relation to the Guthrie case was released after investigators spoke with him, the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI said in a release this afternoon. Their statement confirms what the man earlier told. Okay, I don't know how to say that name, but Telemundo. Nicholas, I think it's like the Spanish way. Now I want to know the pronunciation.
Noticias.
What? Noticias?
Noticias.
Noticias? Okay, yeah, Telemundo. I can't say that, but beautiful or handsome. I don't know. Officials said the detention was a follow-up on incoming leads. The man has not been charged. So they just said they're following up on incoming leads. So what led you there? What led you to him? I mean, did he want Bitcoin? Like, why'd you have to go to Rio Rico? Isn't it like 40 minutes away or something? Bust in, I mean, search the house, detain him, kick his mama out because, no one could be in there when you're searching. I hope you didn't leave that place a mess. Because, I mean, you literally left him. Now, look at this picture. I use this picture as my thumbnail today for a reason. I've been on this platform. I've been doing true crime for 4 years. It'll be 4 years, I think, in September. I've covered a lot of cases. I think in 1 year alone, we covered 49 cases or something crazy crap. I mean, it was an insane year. I have never seen this much press. Look at this. Look at all these reporters. I have never in my life seen, there's Brian Enton right there. I was like, where's Waldo? Brian Enton. Down here, I mean, and they're all the way down still. Has anybody else? Other than OJ. I was young. I'm just talking about like my last 3 or 4 years on this platform. I have not seen it for Idaho 4. It was not like that. It was not a quarter of that for Idaho 4. Alec Murdaugh didn't have that. I mean, we've had so many people I can't even think straight right now. Like, go to Diana Kojikari, Chris Paltmedler. None of them. There was no circus like this. And they're all just out in front of her house. What's going to happen in front of her house? You know what Vincent said? Vincent was like, do they think she's just going to walk up? And I said, smartest thing I've heard. At least JLR, I'll give JLR this. He was like driving around and stuff, I mean, I think he's trying to make it entertaining because this is not just standing there waiting on something. It's like watching paint dry. I'd be doing a live with you guys. I'd be doing videos. I'd be doing TikToks. I don't know. Not like dancing TikToks. I'm talking about like talking. I would just be doing something to like do something. But yeah, as soon as I saw this, I saw Brennan and I thought that was funny. I wish I had a team of people. Someday. I don't know why I have this picture up. Why do we have this up? I have no idea. So we'll keep going. He does talk on here. Actually, let's stay here for a minute. We're going to go back over here. I want to show you this. I didn't see this one either. They're in the tunnels, the coverts. Let me see something really quick. I'm trying to think. I can't think. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to think of someone's name and I can't think of it. I can't think of her name for some reason. It's like not coming to me. The woman that was in the Rachel Morin. Remember she was found in a covert? And like the creepy guy coming out the door and like leaving the house and he had just assaulted the girl. Like this whole case kind of reminds me of that. I don't know why it does, but it does. Could it be? It could. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the ethnicity of the person, but it says law enforcement 7 hours ago at 3:19. Law enforcement expanded yesterday its search of the surroundings of Nancy Guthrie's home in Tucson, Arizona. Okay, y'all. Authorities should put the tape back as far as they want. They should put it back, put it all the way back, tape it all the way off, right? From house to house, all the way back, at least past the property line a little bit or something, because they often go back and they're like, oh, we need to push the line back. Well, people have probably trampled through there by now, trying to get close to the tape so they can take pictures and see. Just like in Idaho, they moved the tape back. Like a couple of days later, it was like, well, that's pointless because now, we've had 5,000 students walk past here because they were going to the class. It's just crazy. It says more than 4,000 calls have come in to the Pima County Sheriff's Department in the 24 hours since the FBI released photos and videos. Now, I wonder if that's people calling, though, with their condolences, because they were doing that, too. The department said it received 18,000 calls with tips since February 1st. Wow. And we don't have her back? 18,000 calls with tips. That means 18. Who the heck was wasting people's time? Because, we didn't get her back. This afternoon, officials, FBI, told NBC News that there will be no update in the Guthrie investigation at this time. Of course. Leaders of Guthrie's housing development urged friends and neighbors to show their support for the family by displaying yellow ribbons or flowers as a sign of hope for her safe return. Are you kidding me? I was going to buy yellow flowers today. Or was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Might have to get them. The Catalina Foothills Association said each neighbor who is so inclined should arrange for yellow roses with prominent yellow ribbons to be placed at the curb in front of Nancy's home, creating a visible show of solidarity on the street and a traditional sign of hope for her safe return. That's beautiful. They want yellow roses too. They're specific. They're HOA compliant. You may also want to tie a yellow ribbon in front of your own home to demonstrate that you stand with the Guthries and your fellow neighbors, the CFA added. Yellow ribbons have long been a symbol that honors loved ones who are away at war or in captivity. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree was a #1 hit for Tony Orlando and Dawn in 1973. Well, thanks for that. Would have never known. That's just what we know. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe the media circus out there. I would be out there too, though, if I could. I'd be like, just sign me up. I think we just were over here looking at this because we opened it. This is the same one. I think it is. I think this is the same one. Oh, no, this is different. Okay. So the man that lives at the property that was searched by authorities said Wednesday that he was the person detained for questioning in connection with the disappearance of Miss Guthrie and has since been released from custody. Could you imagine, though, because as far as we know, he didn't do anything, right? He didn't do shit. And you're just driving and you get pulled over by a bunch of cops and just everybody, tactical gear and all. And they're like, get out of the car. I can only imagine. Get on the ground. He can't even say anything. What is this about? They're yelling, right? And guns are probably drawn. And then they go to his house at the same time and they're searching it. Ooh. That would be nerve-wracking. But it's like, well, then why did they go there? Why did they go there? We need a press conference. Why did you go there? What made you go there? So it says here that authorities confirmed that a man was questioned and released. A man who identified himself as Carlos Palioso. That's probably not right. We'll see. Palazuelos spoke to Telemundo in Spanish outside his home in Rio Rico, Arizona. I think I have the video actually. The site of the law enforcement search Tuesday. He confirmed his house was searched as per a warrant. His front door and back door was damaged, he said. And you know they ain't gonna pay for that. He added that agents told him he looked like the person seen in the security camera footage from Guthrie's house. So let me get, did someone call that in and say, I think my neighbor looks like the guy, and you bust in his door? There has to be more to it than that. What? He said that while he is a delivery driver, he doesn't remember if he delivered anything to the Guthrie's house. He said he doesn't know who Guthrie is and wasn't involved in the kidnapping. The development came hours after the FBI released images of a masked and armed individual captured on her front door camera on the morning the 84-year-old mother of Today co-anchor Savannah Guthrie disappeared in Tucson, Arizona. FBI Director Kash Patel earlier published 6 black and white photos and 3 video clips on X. The images show an unidentified person wearing a mask, gloves, and sneakers in a backpack. The person is armed, Patel said on X, and at least one of the videos shows a holstered gun. I didn't even know the gun was in a holster. The images show the person appearing to cover the camera with a gloved hand and what appears to be part of a plant. And I should do a parody. I should go out and I have like some grass out there, like fake greenery and a doorbell camera. I mean, this guy, how did he think that was going to work? Did he think that the camera did not pick him up before he put the freaking vine up there? Did he think he was going to be all A-okay as long as the vine is there? It's going to erase all the seconds before that, the 30 seconds of him walking up the porch. That guy is not smart, but he's somehow getting away with this. I mean, I don't know how he's doing it. How is he doing it? I don't know. Maybe he let someone use his phone. Yeah. I mean, I was a delivery driver every once in a while for like a pizza place I worked for when I was like 16. I don't know if I'd remember every place I went to, but I probably would have a good idea, especially the house is so pretty and big and like middle of like nowhere kind of. I mean, it's got like houses around it, but you know what I mean? It's just very desolate. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like he's out smarting the FBI somehow. I don't know how he's doing it. But then again, he walks right up to a camera on a front porch and then decides to put his hand on it. Like, dude, you didn't know that house very well. And you know what? It could have been because it's in that little walkway, right? He could have been spying on her and whatever, like through windows or whatever it may be. But he just didn't know that walkway. Yeah, they sent SWAT. Can you imagine them busting in your damn door and the mother's home and they're like, your son? Oh my mom would have had a heart attack. She would have fell flat right on the floor right then and there. It says here that the images show the person appearing to cover the camera with a gloved hand and what seems to be part of a plant. In one of the videos, the person tilts their head downward while walking through the home's front archway. It was a good try, good effort, you know. Patel said law enforcement had uncovered these previously inaccessible new images as of Tuesday morning. The video was recovered from residual data located in back-end systems. Don't tell them how you get your stuff. And then the FBI is directing all questions to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department, which is leading the investigation, released an identical statement and said no news briefings were planned at this time. So basically, the FBI is directing all questions to the Pima County Sheriff's Office, and they're saying we're not talking right now. So if the FBI isn't talking, because they never do if they don't need to, they will when they need to for a minute. And the Pima County Sheriff's Office ain't talking. How are we going to find Miss Guthrie if we're not communicating? If we're not all working together here as a team? You have so many people. You have so many people out here with the internet, like that could be looking for this woman. Press conferences are the way to do it. I mean, I know I hate it when you have to tell an officer to stop their work and come to talk to us. I think it's like kind of inappropriate, but at this time, I think you do. I mean, this is a pretty big case, right? I think that the Guthries would appreciate that as well. So the images released by the FBI show the logo for the Nest, a smart doorbell brand owned by Google. Savannah Guthrie posted one of the photos on her Instagram account with a brief message. We believe she is still alive. Bring her home. President Donald Trump has reviewed the imagery. Yeah, didn't he say something was going to happen shortly? That was about a week ago. I see something happening here shortly. The president encourages any American across the country with any knowledge of the suspect to please call the FBI, who continue to assist state and local authorities who are leading this investigation on the ground. That's nice. Patel, who Trump appointed to lead the FBI, visited the Tucson Command Center in the Guthrie case Monday. A source familiar with the matter told NBC News. Guthrie's family reported the 84-year-old missing from her home when she didn't show up for her virtual church services. She was last seen the previous night around 9:45 p.m. after having dinner at the home of her daughter, Annie Guthrie. Guthrie's disappearance set off a desperate search involving state and federal law enforcement agencies. 3 news outlets have received a ransom note referring to Miss Guthrie. We know all this, so. This is we're in an hour of desperation. We need your help. Pima County Sheriff's Department, Chris Nano said that Guthrie does not have cognitive issues. Okay, now see, sharp as attack, I'm sure. But everybody starts to lose their cognitive, like the cognitive part of your brain. It just stops. You start to lose it at a certain age. And in one article, I'm not going to look it up again. It said like 45, I thought. And then another one, I thought it said like 60. So, I mean, no matter what, you're still losing it a little bit. Okay, decline start. Let's see. Oh my, what? Shit. Okay. Just don't be scared, everybody. But it says cognitive decline often begins subtly in a person's 30 to 40s. Noticeable decline typically starts in the 60s. Measurable changes in memory and thinking can occur up to 12 to 15 years before dementia onset. I thought maybe I was going to say I thought it was going to tell me like actual things like the. I think we showed it yesterday, Nate's interview, Tracy. I think we did. We know it's Nancy's. It was Nancy's. They did test the blood at the front door and it came back as her blood. Yeah. Let me exit out of some of these tabs I have. Okay. So I'm going to refresh this because Brian's probably done put something else out. Nope. Surprised he hasn't. Okay. I wanted to show you the stuff from last night when he was out there. So, about the suspect being detained. Because I think he talks, well, he did. I saw one of them where he talks like the mother or stepmom. I think it's something like that. We'll see. It's one of these two.
Hey guys, so I just got to Rio Rico, Arizona, and this is where the subject was pulled over in the case involving Nancy Guthrie. You know, there's this person who's being questioned right now. This is where the traffic stop was, right here, Rio Rico, Arizona, and it appears that the person may also live in this area, though I'm not sure. They've got the roads closed out here. I literally just got here. They're just calling it a subject right now, not a person of interest, not a suspect. Sorry, the lighting is really bad out here. But that's the latest. Let me go talk to some people and see what I can find out. But again, this is Rio Rico, Arizona. This is where the person was detained. And the latest from my sources is, unfortunately, they have not located Nancy Guthrie, but they do have this person detained and being questioned right now, not being called a person of interest, not being called a suspect. So that's I'm right near the border, by the way. This is right near the Mexico border. Very, 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 very close. Hey guys, so I just got to Rio Rico, Arizona, and this is.
Can I go back, or is it going to take me like all the way back? Let's see. We'll just go here. Oh, I want to go.
Hey guys, so I just got.
That didn't work. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hey guys, so I just interviewed.
He says, "Hey guys," too, and I say that too, and I don't mean to, like, because someone told me that if you say guys, like you're meaning like just men, but I always say guys, like I just always do, and so I'm kind of happy that he says it too, so I'm not the only one, because I don't mean it like y'all are men. You know what you guys know what I mean when I say you guys, because I say it a lot. You guys, like I don't say it to like my family, you guys, like, can mean a lot of things.
A woman, she says that she owns the house that's being searched right now, and it is her son-in-law who is being detained and questioned by police right now. And she says that they took all of their electronic devices. The search warrant is ongoing right now. She's not allowed to go back inside. She insists that her son-in-law is not involved in this. I asked her if she'd heard of the Nancy Guthrie investigation, and she said yes. I showed her the pictures from outside Nancy Guthrie's house, the surveillance photos, and I showed her the eyebrows, and she insists that it is not her son-in-law. She says that he was with her daughter delivering DoorDash when the police stop happened and they took him away. And I asked her if he was home last Saturday night into Sunday here, and she insists, yes, that he was, but around 2 a.m. So that's what she's saying. The whole road is closed out here. They're searching her house right now, and that's the latest. Hey guys, so I just
Crazy. I know, like that's what I said too. I was like, why are they searching Annie's house? Like, to me, that is strange. But I mean, I guess it's the last place she was. But I mean, I think they would know if she was still there. Right? I mean, like, I would think. Where were we at? So so basically that was like a little bit about like the ransom notes and stuff like that. But I had some other stuff I wanted to show you. So we have a new letter that's come in to TMZ, of course, TMZ. I looked up who watches the TMZ, like the age demographic, like for that. And it said that it's primarily adults aged 18 to 34. Because I was just curious. That may say something about the person or persons sending these ransom notes, though, because they're sending them to TMZ and then this local station, right? So I don't know. But we'll get into that. So we're actually gonna watch this video. So Harvey Levin went on CNN and he is talking about the Bitcoin. Basically, the person sent him a letter and said that they will release the name. They will tell Harvey Levin the name of the kidnapper for, hold on, not 6 million, not 4 million, 1 Bitcoin. Okay, so that's about $67,000. Oh, Lord have mercy. This case gets stranger and stranger, doesn't it? I think it does. Like, I woke up and I heard this today, or like it was this afternoon. Or I don't know if this morning or afternoon I heard this, and I was like, is this real life?
Investigation. Obviously, he's been breaking news from the start and received the initial
breaking news. We'll see.
And some note for Guthrie. TMZ is now reporting they've received a new note today from someone who said they are not the kidnapper, but they know who the kidnapper is. And
Welcome
then
in,
this
everybody.
individual demanded 1 Bitcoin, which is currently valued about $67,000 in exchange for the information about the kidnapper. So TMZ founder Harvey Levin is now out front. So Harvey, okay, you got a lot of new information here, but I guess let's just start with this note that you've received. You said they've got a Bitcoin address in there, different than the one in the original note, obviously, because this person's saying they're a different person. You verified that note. So what can you tell us? Has any payments, activity on this new address, and what about this letter?
We haven't seen any. The letter essentially says, I've tried to get in touch with Savannah's brother and sister to no avail. And they sent it to us then, and they said, if they want to get the name of the individual who is involved in this kidnapping, send the Bitcoin, give us a Bitcoin through this address. And they said,
like, who would do that? You're literally saying, I know who did this. That is a crime. This is a federal. This is the United States versus whatever your name is. This is not like the state of Arizona versus whatever your name is. This is the United States of America versus your name. Nope, not me. I would be giving the name out immediately. You better.
a time is more than relevant. That's the way it ends. Time is more than relevant. We have sent this on.
And I noticed in this one, oh my gosh. Okay, so in the one that he does on TMZ, you can kind of see through the paper, but you can't read anything through it. But I see on this one, he has 2 pieces of paper. So I think one of them is blank, so you can't see the actual letter through it.
To the FBI and to the sheriff's department, and that's just all we have heard. I was thinking about this. Doing it this way, I'm not sure is a crime. Now, if this is a ruse and they are just trying to get money without having information, then it's a crime. But I'm not sure the letter itself is a crime. What they're saying is, I'm willing to give you information, but I want a Bitcoin. I'm not sure that's a crime.
I mean, so when you look at a letter like
obstruction of justice, you are a lawyer. Isn't Harvey Levin a lawyer? Isn't he a lawyer? Obstruction of justice. You never heard about that little thing called obstruction? You can't do that. Deliberately withholding information. You can't do that neither. Oh my goodness. It's not Colleen, not at all.
this, I mean,
bukus.
So you could think of it as a ruse. This is a person trying to jump on this and get $67,000 and then give you nothing. I mean, obviously, we all can see that that's possible.
That's what it is.
But as you look at it, is there anything that stands out to you to suggest?
I'm sorry, but Nancy's life is worth way more than 1 Bitcoin. And that person would know that by the sheer magnitude of the media that's surrounding this case. Why would they say they only want 1 Bitcoin? Like, I think this is a fake note. I don't know about these notes, y'all.
That this person does know who the kidnapper is or doesn't know?
No, honestly, no. The FBI certainly wanted it, as did the sheriff's department. And that's about all I can tell you about it, Aaron.
All right. Did they write like the last person that wrote the ransom note? Because you said they had really good English, punctuation. If an English teacher read it, they'd be like, this is an A+. Was this the same kind of writing? Was this different?
So I'm also curious, Harvey, how you think about it this way. I mean, I was saying the rough value of a Bitcoin, right, is $67,000. Now, the FBI has a reward of $50,000 for information, which would ostensibly be much more difficult to collect, obviously. But I guess if whoever sent this note does know who the kidnapper is, you know, how do you kind of think through the logic here as to why they do this?
Just get the reward. It's $50,000. You can almost buy your own Bitcoin.
To try to get the 67 as opposed to, you know, calling the FBI and doing the right thing and getting 50.
I guess you just said that.
Because there have been cases in the past, I think we've all covered them, Aaron, where the reward money is not given to somebody you would think at first blush is the person who helped solve the crime.
That's true.
We've seen that before. So
it does say up to 50,000.
This is, I guess you would say, a bird in the hand.
Right. I'm just thinking.
I'd take the Bitcoin if I was a betting person, because the Bitcoin's going to go up in value. But I'm just saying, I mean, if I was a betting person, I don't know. But I don't know why you'd only want one.
Obviously very different circumstances, but, the comment made by the White House about paying out on Maduro, right? And that they would avoid paying that out. All right. So, last night we were talking about the payment, right? And you had said that there was a payment to the Bitcoin account in the original ransom letter, which you received, right? And then that payment came, and then fast and furious, right? They took this individual in who it turned out was not related to this, and that was wrong. But that is fast and furious what led to that. But nonetheless, the money had gone into that Bitcoin account that you had in that letter. Have you seen anything else going on with that account?
No, but there was just a boatload of information on social media last night that 15 minutes or so after we saw activity in that account, there was another Bitcoin account that somebody found where he said that somebody deposited $6 million. And a lot of people were speculating that the $6 million was actually the ransom money. And that is the correct amount. So we did some checking with law enforcement today, and we can tell you that $6 million is unrelated to the Nancy Guthrie case.
What? We gotta go back for a minute. Hold on. What did he say?
$1 million was then the Bitcoin account that somebody found where he said that somebody deposited $6 million. And a lot of people were speculating that the $6 million was actually the ransom money. And that is the correct amount. So we did some checking with law enforcement today, and we can tell you that $6 million is unrelated to the Nancy Guthrie case.
What? Hola. What? I'm confused. Are we on a roller coaster? He just said the $6 million doesn't have anything to do with Nancy Guthrie's case. What do you do? Open up a wrong ransom to a wrong case? Is there another 84-year-old woman out there kidnapped? Are you guys hearing this? Am I hearing it wrong? I'm going back again.
That somebody was or so after we saw activity in that account. There was another Bitcoin account that somebody found where he said that somebody deposited $6 million. And a lot of people were speculating that the $6 million was actually the ransom money. And that is the correct amount. So we did some checking with law enforcement today, and we can tell you that $6 million is unrelated to the Nancy Guthrie case.
So somebody else just has $6 million in Bitcoin? Oh, wow, TM. Thank you, but that's so weird. People found someone else with $6 million in Bitcoin. Who the hell has $6 million in Bitcoin? Other than maybe somebody that owns a company, like a huge company, like Wexner or something. That's crazy. So, although our friend Harvey Levin, I'm putting that in air quotes. Harvey is probably about Jennifer Coffenhofer. No, actually, I'm putting him a little above because I'll listen to him. Oh, look at this. Okay. So I was going to show you that there is News Nation doesn't believe that this demand is they think it's likely bogus. But then you see this just came up 14 minutes ago. It is his new ransom note claims information on who took Nancy. So we'll watch it both. We'll watch both of them. So I have it pulled. So, okay, we'll start with this one. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it so much. And you can transfer your Bitcoin, but as soon as you transfer it out, it's going to show up your name. It's going to show all of your account information. You're going to be busted. So all you can do is hold it and just sit there and hope that nobody finds you. Hey, Princess. Hey, Kimber Crimes. Welcome in, everybody. The gang's coming in. Oh, I like the yellow hearts. That's a good idea. And hey, Tony, when you came in, I think we were watching a video. But yeah, we'll listen to this and then we'll listen because then she I think she interviews him. This just came out 2 hours ago. This came out 1 hour ago. So maybe we should, okay. Let's put them in order. 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago. Well, shit. I don't know which one was first. I think it was this one because I had this one up first. So she's bringing in the big guns. I forget his name. Harvey's right-hand man. I think he has a little more common sense. I like him. I like him a lot, actually. He puts Harvey in his place. Hey, Lee.
Our law enforcement experts now, News Nation.
And if you guys don't mind, will you hit the like button? It really helps. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Tracy Walder is a former CIA officer and FBI special agent. Raymond Carr is a former FBI special agent and co-hosted the Cold Red podcast. John Iannarelli is a former special agent in charge of the FBI's Phoenix division. And Jeffrey Halstead is the retired police chief in Fort Worth and a former commander at the Phoenix PD. Lots of law enforcement experience here. Jeffrey, you've said it is highly unlikely that this letter that we were just discussing with the TMZ executive producer is valid. He has his doubts as well. Why do you think it's unlikely?
Money becomes a motivator for a lot of ill-conceived and people with negative intent. You know, the goal here should be helping a victim, helping a family, and bringing closure to an extremely painful investigation. Motivation should not be a Bitcoin. And the manner in which that these come in, I know there are many others coming in. It's a little embarrassing that society would want just simply money to say something. Say it on the front end or go to the official tip line. You're exactly right.
Yeah, to do the right thing. John, they're demanding 1 Bitcoin, which is worth $67,000.
Remember when Austin Drummond was captured? And I think his name was Francisco. Oh, Francisco. He said it was, I think it was up to 50,000, 25 or 50,000 for the reward. He didn't want the money. He didn't take it. He said he didn't need it. He said that he is American and that's what they do. That's what you do as an American. If you see something, you say something. And then some guy at a furniture store gave him a recliner and he was happy as could be. Do you guys remember that? That is how every American should be. If you see something, you say something. You know, I mean, I don't care if it's your homie or not. This is an 84-year-old woman. I mean, it's like, I can't get over her age. I mean, she might be sharp as a tack, but she's 84. Leave her alone.
It is worth noting the FBI is offering $50,000 for a reward, as a reward for information. They could have just called the FBI and collected 50 grand if they really knew anything.
Which is another reason it is false. The reality is if you want to get a reward from the FBI, you're going to have to provide some proof, including who you are and how you came about the information. These Bitcoin, these notes, they just want the money and run. It's a scam trying to take advantage of a terrible situation, but that's a sad fact. Criminals prey upon other victims that are already victims of criminals.
Yeah. Tracy, this new note says whoever wrote it tried first to contact Annie Guthrie and Cameron Guthrie and were unable to. It's worth noting that is how the first hoax ransom came in. It was a text message to Annie Guthrie. A man in California texted her demanding a ransom. They're reaching out, obviously, because Annie and Cameron's numbers are public information, perhaps, while Savannah's number, because she has a high-profile job, is private and unlisted. Not unusual there, but there's a man already under arrest and charged for sending in a hoax ransom.
Yeah, and in a way, this actually stops up the.
I think they're going to TMZ because I think this person's young. I don't know. They're probably not. I'm probably wrong, but They're young-minded.
Investigation, because now the FBI or law enforcement just in general has to go after these individuals.
Yeah.
And so now you are diverting resources. But here is one thing I do want to say about the phone number.
Maybe because they deal with celebrity news.
Yes, early on in the investigation, you actually could look up the Nancy Guthrie's information as well as Annie's and Cameron's. It actually has since been taken down from those public databases. I actually checked it last night and it had been taken down. So that's a good thing. I just wish it had been done earlier on, because even though I completely agree with John and Jeffrey, this is a fake note, there's no question. I think the family still wonders, well, what if we don't pay it? And this is real. It's always going to be there. And that is so incredibly sad.
Yeah, that's the agony the Guthrie family is enduring right now, the question. Raymond, the sheriff's department in Pima County, meantime, says they have gotten 4,000 calls just in the last 24 hours since they released this video from the doorbell camera. That is an astonishing number.
Absolutely. I'm surprised it's not more. When they put that out, everybody and their mothers coming out of the woodwork to see if they can provide information and be part of this. Probably one of the biggest cases that's hit in the last 50 years, that they could be part of solving this case. And all of those leads, believe it or not, those 4,000 leads, the FBI and law enforcement will track every single one of them down.
Really? Every single one? The manpower required for that is astounding.
It is. But that's exactly what this case is going to take in order to solve it. You have to look at every single angle. You never know when one piece of information is going to break this wide open.
Thank you for watching.
See, to me, it almost seems like he knew the house. I don't think that Miss Guthrie used the front door very often. I don't know. Maybe she did. But it would seem like that's pretty long. Like, that's a pretty, I don't know, it's a pretty long walk. And then you got those steps that you got to get up. And if she's not very good, you know, with her walking, maybe she uses just the garage door all the time, right? So maybe that person, if that person had ever been to that house before, maybe they came in through the garage and they never came in through this way. So they never saw the doorbell camera to know it was there. Because that guy walked up like, I mean, he had his head down for a minute, but he had his head straight up looking right at the camera. And then he went over to it. And then he tried to put a vine on it. And it's like, that ain't going to work, bro. Just tear the thing off. Like, seriously, like, you're looking at it, you're putting vines on it, you're decorating it. I mean, and I do wonder if he did tear it off before or after he went in. I think he did it before. I think it would be hard to hold her if it's only one person. I mean, he did have a gun, so that would help. But, you know, like, be trying to break that off and keep his eye on her at the same time, right? I think that he probably broke it off before he went. The whole backpack, what does he have in there? That backpack is so full. I said that earlier. I said that backpack is so full. Was he moving in? Like, it's full. And he had to have had a car. So why not leave some of your stuff, if it's like, you know, something you don't need, in the car? And even like one of his pockets, it looked like there was like some like zip ties or something coming out of it. I don't know. It looked like some sort of tie or like a band or something. Yeah. Kimber crimes, nobody that owns a gun, especially a man, is going to put their gun right there. Right where their crotch is. No way, Jose, are they going to do that. Because you never know. You never know. They put it on their hip. Real men that carry guns, real men that carry guns, real men, they carry them the right way. They carry them on their hip or their chest, or, you know what I mean, like up here, wherever, you know, in their holsters, in the right position. Stupid criminal, yeah. But he's outsmarting the FBI at the same time. It's like, what are you doing? How are you doing this? So we're done with that. I think we were
just wide open.
Yeah, we were, because there goes Cuomo to scream at us. I wanted to watch this one with you guys too. Okay, so this is the newest one that just came out. It says sources find that the FBI finds black glove. So apparently Brian Enton, News Daddy was down there, and he said today that they found the glove. They found the glove about 1.5 miles away from Nancy's home on the side of the road, I'm assuming. So they said, Brian says they bag it, tag it, whatever. They bag it and they take it with them. But I don't think that a criminal would be dumb enough to throw a glove out the window right there, but they would. They would. You might think 1.5 miles down the road, you're far enough down to where no one's going to be looking for anything. I wonder what kind of black glove it is. That would be nice to know.
That new note that came in today is Charles Laudabaudiere, co-executive producer of TMZ. Charles, great to have you back on the show. So what time this morning did this new note come in?
Thanks for having me, Elizabeth. We got this bright and early this morning. Actually, it came in just before 5 a.m. on the Pacific time, and the note was, the demand for Bitcoin stood out immediately, but also the tone clearly different and not
different.
Clearly not from the same person who wrote the ransom note that we got last week.
See, he is detailed. I like him. Harvey Levin giving us nothing.
And this person was saying that they have information about who took Nancy Guthrie, not claiming that they were involved in any way, but claiming that they were the only ones who would be able to help law enforcement find the kidnapper. They, in the note, claim that they tried to reach Annie Guthrie and Cameron Guthrie, Savannah's siblings, but that they were unsuccessful. So now this was their attempt to get 1 Bitcoin in exchange for the information about the kidnapper.
And there are reports that the language used was that they would rat out who the kidnappers are. Is that the language you saw?
No, it didn't say that. I mean, I know our headline said that that was just, a colloquial way of saying what they were saying, which was that.
What's a colloquial mean? I don't know what that means. Used in ordinary or familiar conversation, not formal or literally. Oh, that basically clickbait.
I have the information. I know who did it, and I'm willing to share that information, but it's going to cost you 1 Bitcoin. It was unclear to me exactly who they wanted to pay that, and maybe they don't care.
Is it like you get a Bitcoin, you get a Bitcoin, you get a Bitcoin? Is this Oprah?
I mean, they did say they reached out to the Guthrie family, so maybe they expected them to pay it. Maybe they want it from law enforcement. Of course, as we know, law enforcement has already offered a $50,000 reward. So it was interesting that they were asking essentially for a reward for information, but more than the 50,000, as Bitcoin this morning was about. 1 Bitcoin was about 67,000.
67,519.
The note also says that time is of the essence. Aside from stating the obvious, it also sounds rather ominous.
It does, and especially because we all know that we are past the deadline now, 2 days beyond the deadline that was.
Bitcoin's actually went up. It went up $453.38 today.
In that original ransom note. And again, whether or not that original note is legit, the only thing we have to go on is the fact that that the family was reacting to it. Law enforcement was clearly reacting to it. And that note did have specific details about things within Nancy Guthrie's home. This one didn't have anything like that that would sort of be a hallmark to law enforcement to say, all right, this person is legit and they do have information about the kidnapper. So, we passed all of this on to the FBI, but whether or not it's going to lead them to something, to some real information, I can't say.
All right. So to be clear, this newest note that you got today says nothing at all that would indicate that this person has any information.
It doesn't. No, there's no detail. All just their claim that they do know who has Nancy Guthrie, but they don't offer anything that would, make law enforcement feel, that they really do, other than to claim that they have it and that they said they did know. I will say there was one thing they mentioned. They said that I know they paid some money to the kidnapper. Now, that could be just someone watching the news. We had broken a story yesterday that there was activity in that Bitcoin, in the
like
Bitcoin
$300 or
account.
something. Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't report what the amount was, and to be honest, we're not going to say the amount that we saw there, just because that's just something about the investigation that we're not at liberty to say at this point.
So is it not 6 million? I mean, I don't get y'all.
Okay.
But there was activity that we saw in that account.
Oh,
so
Can you confirm?
I heard it was 300 or something, $300 or something. I don't know. That's all I heard. I don't know why they would only put that, but
It was more than $300, or I mean, was it a paltry sum or something close to the $6 million that was demanded?
I understand why you're asking, Elizabeth. I expected you to ask, but I just can't say the amount that we saw there. Just not at this point.
I'm going to say it was probably on the lower end. And I hope not. If you were a kidnapper and you're requesting 6 million, let's just say, or 1 million, or 1 Bitcoin, let's just say that, and you go and you look in your account and somebody put a measly, it's not really, 300 compared to what they want, $300 in your account, that would piss me off if I was a kidnapper right away. Bam. I'd be pissed. I'd be livid. I'd be so mad. I would say, what are you guys doing playing these games? What's this $300 doing in here? Like, really, I would. I don't get it. I don't get that. Like, just tell us the amount. Like, because there's a big difference between $300 and $6 million.
The note that you got today did,
I mean, can we guess the number? And you can tell us like a roundabout.
however, have a working Bitcoin address, right? How did you verify that?
The same way we verified the one that was in the ransom note last week. I mean, it's I didn't understand how this works, but people in my office have shown that you can, once you copy that address, you just have to go onto a Bitcoin platform and you can check if it's legit. It is notably different. It is not the same address that was in the ransom note from last week.
How did the note come into you? Did it come in the same way the ransom note came in last week, or did it come in a different way?
Same exact way on our
Your tip line.
which allows, the sender to be as anonymous as they want.
Thank you for watching.
Well, be anonymous as you want. How do they still not have phone number logs, like call logs? I mean, like, seriously, you can do that? Where is it going to just show up a bunch of zeros called you? They are, Ashley. They want their money and they want to get out of there. They don't want an 84-year-old woman hanging around that can barely walk. That's got no offense, but like she's got heart problems. She's got high blood pressure. What would a kidnapper want with her? But it's like still taking her around with them at the same time. Like, really? But this is about the black web. I don't think I showed you this. Maybe we were starting it. Maybe we weren't. I can't remember. No, we weren't starting it. We're watching the other one, I think. Okay, we'll watch this one. It's only a minute long.
We have confirmed that FBI teams
Brian needs a shave, poor guy.
Found a black glove along a roadway about 1.5 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home, which is where I'm standing.
What is in the background? Is that a bird?
Right now, that it was bagged and that it has been taken into evidence. No confirmation that it is connected back to the Nancy Guthrie case. But certainly something very, very interesting. And you can imagine the kind of testing that they're going to be doing on that glove very, very quickly. A lot of other activity here outside the home. Just within the last hour, we saw FBI teams moving through. They were searching the brush across the street from Nancy Guthrie's house. And then they were back at Nancy Guthrie's house again, searching in the yard and searching in the side yard. Also, this afternoon, Blake, there were 2 men that I believe were law enforcement, showed up in a gray SUV to Annie Guthrie's house, which is Savannah's sister's house. They had gloves on. They went into the house for about 3 to 4 minutes. They came out with the brown bag, put the bag in their SUV, and then they also went with the gloves on and took the mail out of the mailbox, got into the SUV. We were asking who they were. They wouldn't respond, and then they left. So those are...
Maybe they were grabbing an item for them. It might not have been like a piece of evidence per se. It could have been because they're all held up, I think, at Savannah's house, maybe, or her brother's. And maybe they needed their toothbrushes. I don't think they could probably buy those. You know what I mean? Maybe they needed something. And the officers were like, we'll go get it for you. And they put it in a brown. They just didn't want to touch it, you know, because I mean, I'm weird. I'm weird about that stuff. I wear gloves all the time. I'm like Koberger around here when I'm like cleaning and stuff. I always wear gloves because I had a chemical burn one time.
Have really been the two big developments out here, and this is the video right here of when they arrived. Those have been the two big developments out here over the last several hours, Blake.
Thank you for watching.
Who's honking the horn at our Brian Etten? I will go to Arizona. Might not be able to pronounce any of the places, but I'll go there. Oh, how's your mom doing, Casey? I didn't know she was in the hospital. Hey, Adam. Yeah, something doesn't sit right. No, there is not one single thing about this case that seems right. The ransom notes don't seem right. The kidnapping doesn't seem right. The investigators don't seem right because they're not really doing any press conferences. I'm just going to say it. Her family, the videos almost don't seem right. Them them detaining somebody and bum rushing the front and the back door and searching the whole house and then just being like, oh, see ya. We thought you looked like the guy that was in a mask. There is no way in hell. That is why the FBI busted through that guy's door. There's no way on this planet Earth that it was just somebody said, hey, I think he looks like my neighbor with a mask on. You would need more evidence than that. You would need more. Did they tell him put a mask on? Like the glove, you know, OJ? If the mask don't fit, you must have quit. Yeah. We got a lot of things. It is a circus. I said I was going to go out there and make lemonade. I said, but at least I would stop my lemonade stand and go look for her. Because, I mean, she's 84. Like, who? She's 84. I can't get over it. Like, who would want to take an 84-year-old woman? I guess maybe they thought that it would be easy, right? Like, maybe it'd be easy to take someone that's 84, that's older, that can't fight back. Or was this something else, like a robbery gone wrong? And now these people, this person or people are sending ransom notes trying to divert attention. Oh, wow. That's why everyone was saying stuff about Jeffrey Epstein in the comments. I was wondering why that was getting brought up. People were saying it was Trump's fault. I was wondering, or no, over on TikTok. That's where it was. It wasn't on YouTube. It was on TikTok. It's demented and heartless. Yeah. There we go. The judge for that one too. Probably. That judge was probably pissed. Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock. I think she probably fought too. Or maybe like they or one of them rushed her, you know what I mean? Like to like stun her. You're just sleeping in your own bed, in your own home. I just think of her like her hubby died, you know, in 88. She's there by herself in that big old house. I would never leave. That's just a me thing though. Me and my mom were like, You know what I mean? So I would have been living with her. And bring the husband and the kids. We're all coming. Right, Lee? It's like, where is she? I just want to know where the hell she's at. Like, who has her? Well, okay, but I just drop her off somewhere. I mean, they were saying something about like within 12 hours after they got the money, they would drop her off. Why 12 hours? Why would it take you that long? Yeah, no, pick on someone your own size and age. Yeah. I was just going to reach out to the family for money, but when the church person called the family, it got the police involved too fast. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe they thought they were going to have more time because she did live alone, right? And it was on a Saturday going into Sunday. And maybe her yard people and all those people, maybe they didn't come till Monday morning. And this person knew that. So they were like, it's going to be this time on, so we have time to get away. I don't know if he is. I thought he was. I think I'm the only one that's not streaming him. Oh, no, he's not anymore. He streamed 53 minutes ago. He probably got hungry. I would be. Okay, what else is on here? Just stuff about Bitcoin. Okay, let me go over to X real quick. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. I don't want to go. It's physical therapy. My shoulder hurts. I was right about the HOA. Yellow roses. The HOA, they put out a message. They're asking for yellow roses. So I'm sorry, but what if you can't afford roses? Like, you may have a beautiful home, but what if you can only afford tulips or yellow, I don't know, whatever flower. But shoot, they're like, no, we want the yellow roses, but they are going to look beautiful. They will look beautiful. Who planted the glove outside? I don't know. It could be a glove that was just out there, just happens to be out there. Like in Idaho 4Ks, there was a glove. Or it could be the killers. I hope it is. I hope not killer. I'm sorry. I'm used to saying that. Kidnapper. I personally hope it's the kidnapper's glove, and I hope that they swab it and they get a DNA match. And I hope that's not one of those matches where it's like a match here and a match here, but you don't have a name. We want a name. So I hope that they put it into the system and they get a name. Oh, yeah, no, I know they do. I'm just saying, like, it's just, I'm like, dang. But my parents lived in an HOA, so I understand. They'll come measure your grass blades, baby. They really will. My dad used to like mow like a certain way. Like, I don't know. They love my dad because he was always out there making sure the front yard, him and my mom, like, looked good. Are they? Oh, I bet, because I bet people sell them. Oh, and before I forget, I got a special present tonight from California. And if you're listening, Haru, thank you so much for the chocolates. Thank you. Me and Vincent, we're going to go on a diet, but we're not going to go on a diet right now. Vincent's mom sent us candies for Valentine's Day, and they're my favorite. So I wanted to tell her thanks because she watches my channel. Yeah, the wrong guy. Yeah, Carlos is not suspect. No, I just think that the HOA they want yellow flowers because it means hope. That's a good way to live, baby girl. Buy on the HOA does something nice. Yeah. They'll be like, and can somebody like put some ribbons up too? I mean, they're gonna go over there and do some things. I think it'll be really nice. You can believe one man is responsible. I kind of do too, but that lives on his own and a bad girlfriend that visits him in the dream. Something was hidden underneath the doorway. Oh, I meant to write you back. I don't know if he'll get it, but if he gets it, we'll be watching it. I'll be laughing. I'm sorry, you won't be laughing, but I will. I mean, if he better not snot on nothing this time. And remember, he kept popping those mints, and I thought they were pills. So is he popping pills in the freaking courtroom? He had the power to do it. I kind of don't think she is either, Mr. Quantum. Like, a part of me thinks that she's not alive any longer because it's like, it's been so long. What do you do with an 84-year-old that has these problems? I'm just scared that I'm not, it's like to the point where like, did she have a heart attack? Did she, did her blood pressure go so high? Like, he is broke. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna want to be his lawyer, but maybe he has the same one. That's what I kind of thought, Adam. Like Adam and E Proton. I thought maybe something was like maybe a robbery gone bad, and then they took her. Usually they'll just leave the person there, but maybe they are. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this is someone or someones that are younger. And that's just the mindset they have, at least in my mind, anyway. Which I mean, it's not just because they're a criminal, but the way that they're thinking. Like sending a ransom and then saying you have like, we want it by Thursday, but if you pay it by Monday, that's cool. We'll just charge you an extra couple thousand or a couple million. And then there's no money in the account, like put into the account. So that means that to me says they don't think that's a real ransom note because they would be trying their damnedest to like figure out. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to figure out who these ransom notes are from. But you would think that you would be communicating more with these people, like more and more. Like, okay, your video on Instagram, it didn't work. Get on YouTube, do a video there. If that doesn't work, get on TikTok. I don't know. Like, I would just be doing video after video being like, call me, get a hold of me. Why aren't you getting a hold of me? You want this money or not? Like, I think I would get a little mean though. I think they'd have to tell me. I would be the one that have to sit down in the back because I would be getting upset. At this point, I would be beyond pissed. Like I wouldn't be, you go through like the grief stages when something like this happens, denial, you'll be sad and then you get angry. I think I would be in the angry part. Like, you better tell me where my mother is because if I find you, I'll be like, I'm going to sick Ashley on you. Yeah, Lauren, it is. Did you see all those media? Oh, my thumbnail even. I'm like, I thought that Idaho was a circus. Idaho was nothing. What are the odds she's alive? They say the odds are actually pretty good. I looked them up. They were good odds. They were actually really good odds. Oh. I don't know. I didn't hear about that, Mr. David. I said something about it. I said, what if the person that did this, that took her, said, hey, go get 10 days worth of medication. I did say that, but no, I didn't hear that. Quentin Simons was a circus. You're right. That was an actual freaking freak show circus. I played every second of it, every minute of it. We streamed it and we laughed and we yelled and we cried and everything. Like with that case, it was crazy. It was like, I think it was like 60s and older or something like that. I forget when I read the statistics. It was like, I forget what I wrote in there. Yeah, they can all be traced. I think that's what I'm thinking, that they don't know really what they're doing with Bitcoin. Hey, Amy. Casey Anthony, yeah. Yeah. I know exactly where I was when I heard that freaking not guilty verdict. Oh, God. Oh, my God, Joey, no. The bounty hunter can stay where he's at. He's got bigger problems. He won't even go find Sebastian after he said he would. I know, Quentin, that poor little soul. They went through over 1 million pounds of trash. I think it was 2 million. I read when I was reading the article, I couldn't even believe it. So it can be if you go to cash it out, it'll like pick it up right when you go to cash it out, it'll put your info in. Like when you go to like you have to take it to certain like banks or whatever, and they're like, I forget the names of them, but it was telling me about it. And that's how you cash it out. And even if you just cash out just a little bit, it'll still catch your name and they'll be able to trace it. So. Oh, really? In Arizona? I would love to not live in Arizona, but I'd love to visit Arizona. Roger from Tennessee. Oh, thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. I bet you have a cute accent. Ashley's got a cute accent. Oh, Higgs right here. When you open your mouth, it doesn't, your voice just doesn't match you. I don't know. Your voice is like, I don't know, butter. Bounty Hunters episode. Yeah, I just saw that. I think it's going to start. Isn't jury selection already starting? It gets cold in Arizona at night. Oh, it gets like that in California too. I missed the first message. I don't think Google Earth really probably goes through that area that much. Maybe. What did Lauren say? Yep, and meds. So they're saying that they did make her take medicine with her? I mean, I'm just saying that because I thought maybe they did. Yeah. Yeah. I put a video out about Anna. Oh, actually, we did a live yesterday. Tracy wanted me to do one, and so I was going to put a video out, and I was like, let's do a live. Guys, this case gripped America. Oh God, even beyond. I think it's because Savannah too. That's Savannah Guthrie's her daughter, and she's just like a really sweet girl that we see on TV every morning when you turn on the Today Show, right? And it's just crazy. Now you're in New York, yeah. That does happen every second though. Valentine's Day, yeah. Very cold at night. That's how it gets in California when you're especially if you're by the ocean. Like the closer you are over there, it'll be like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, I'm chilly. I just think that I just hope that they find her. I mean, either way, whether she's with us or not, right? I know that they want to bring their family member home. Now, if you know who has her, be a decent freaking human. Like I couldn't imagine having that information in my head. You live with that. You live with that. Because what if she is alive right now? And this person's like, I know who did it. I know who did it. And then something happens and she's not alive anymore. I wonder how you'd feel that you could have saved her. But you're choosing not to. You're choosing not to help an 84-year-old woman. This ain't just like walking her across the damn street, helping her take her groceries and put it in the car. This is saving her life. I hope she gets if she gets out of whatever she's in that's keeping her like secured, I hope she beats the shit out of all of them. Because she looks like she could. Take her to the hospital. Just drop her off at the hospital. Don't even have to take her to a police station. Hospitals are safe too. Just drop her off there. Drop her off. Tell her, drop her off at a corner that they can't see her or can't see you or something. I don't know. Put her in a wheelchair and say, do not go towards that building. Count to 100 or something. I don't know. I think it was yesterday we talked about Anna Kempner. Yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, though. Yeah, her brother. Well, the thing is, her brother got arrested, and then he didn't get arrested. All these news organizations, they based it off of her mom that she didn't even have a relationship with. Her mom wants to help, I think, real bad because she didn't have that relationship with her daughter because of like things that she chose to do, I believe. And I think now she's trying to make up for it, but she's like putting out information and it's wrong. So I had to like retract like my statement in a way because I found out like 5 minutes before the live started. But make sure you go watch the live. It was a good one. Hospital, fire department, fire. Yeah. I thought of a hospital because I ran away from home once. Well, I didn't really run away from home. I went with a friend that was running away from home. I didn't realize she was going to actually run away from home. I didn't even pack anything. But we made it to Cincinnati, which at the time I lived about 2 hours from there. And Cincinnati is right on the border of Kentucky. And I was like, oh, I was just thinking, if we go over this border, I'm going to be in so much trouble that I'll never be out of the house again, ever. Not even, I'll be there till I'm dead. Not till I'm 18, till I'm dead. Like, so I remember I was in Cincinnati and I saw this bright blue H, like on the building, like huge for hospital. And I was like, hospital. And I was like, drop me off. Like right now, drop me off. Like, ain't playing. And I'm sitting in there and my friend ends up coming in and he's like, I'm not going neither. And he came in and my parents came and got us. I went up to a cop and I told him what I did. And I asked him if I could use a phone. And I was probably 16. Your husband's from Ohio? What part? Yeah, Nancy's missing. That's the only thing I believe at this point. I feel like, I cannot believe how I hurt my arm. He better not even do anything with lifting anything tomorrow. It's weird. It hurts when I like move. Like, it hurts right here when I turn my head this way. What would do that? Like a torn muscle, pulled muscle? What did I do to myself? Oh, wait. I don't even know where the hell that's at. Look it up on my map. But there's a lot of places I don't know where they're at in Ohio. Oh, look. Wait. Oh, wait, never mind. Wadesworth? Oh, wait, Wadsworth. It's about 150 miles from me, so that's probably why I don't think so, Mr. Quantum. No. Maybe a pinched nerve. I was going to try to go to my chiropractor this week, but he got me in next Friday, I think. Yeah, next Friday. And I'm just like, because it doesn't feel like a bone, though, really. It feels like, I don't know what it feels like. It's weird. It was all the way, though, through my back, and it's not there anymore. It's like my rotator cuff, yeah. I'm afraid like my arm isn't in place or something. That's what I thought. Like I think I slept wrong, maybe. I never sleep on this side, though. That's like rare. I always sleep on this side because the way the bed is, I watch my iPad at night. I have like a big iPad holder thing, and I like lay on that side at night and watch it, and like till I close my eyes and fall asleep. No, she didn't. Baby girl, Ashley? Or, I mean, Boo Thing? Sorry, baby girl. I just saw your name. Oh, okay. You're talking about Spencer. Oh, I thought you were talking about Boo thing for a minute. Because I can't handle that. I just had a friend that passed away the other day. I never get on Facebook, and I wrote it under a comment. We all went to school together since kindergarten, and he was the funny guy, and just very sad, very, very sad. I think I'm gonna go down and go to his funeral. It's going to be like a high school reunion in there because everybody loved him. And I was like, this is why I don't get on Facebook. I commented under someone's thing. I was like, this is why I don't get on Facebook. Because every time I do, something's happened to somebody and it just breaks my heart. Even if like I don't talk to that person, right? Like anymore. Like they were still a part of your life at one point. You know what I mean? Like it's just sad. Why is that their business? Yeah. That's crazy, Ashley. So he's where he needs to be. Leave me alone. Yeah, if you're in the will, then you need yeah. I do have the scanner going. don't have it going right now, but I will keep you guys updated on everything. I'm going to go over to the Twitter X, and see if there's anything. It just says FBI finds glove and search for Nancy. So that's the only thing it looks like there. Let's see. Okay. Maggie Annie, really over the constant broadcasting of Nancy Guthrie. Well, sorry. If you are missing, wouldn't you want some coverage on you? People are just so rude. I don't see anything though. But I do believe, I mean, whoever took her, they probably saw her with her daughter before on the show. It has to be, I mean, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with Savannah at all. It could just mean, it could be like, he could be the pool guy's son or whatever. I'm just like, naming somebody, but like, it could be something like that. I know that they said that they talked to all of the, staff that she had. I hope that they're talking to extended family of the staff. So, and I'm going to go through that will of trust tomorrow and see if that's her bank trust. I think it's her bank loan because it says JP Morgan on it, but I didn't see any names when I skimmed through it. So I'm going to skim through it again and see if I see any names. Because if that's her will that I have, then that's pretty important, right? Could be pretty important piece of evidence. So, but I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to get ready for bed. I have to go to that appointment tomorrow. I may stop up at the Tempe house tomorrow. If not, I will be up there next week. Oh, speaking of Tempe's, hold on a second. So within 24 hours of a court date being set for Michael McKee, this is the Tempe murders out of Columbus, Ohio, just for a minute. The attorneys for Michael McKee rescheduled it. So now, if it was supposed to be scheduled February 23rd, it was supposed to start first trial date. But now it's going to be April 16th. And that is my best friend's birthday. Actually, her birthday's the 15th. I lied. So I'll be up there April 16th. Even if it's just, lawyers talking and stuff like that, I'm still going to go up. I kind of want to do the whole process, Hey, MAGA, and see what it's like, all about, like the whole thing, just because it's my first time. And I think this is a good case to start on because It's very interesting. But we will be doing the Tepes murders here soon in the next couple of days. We're going to go back to that. And then I'm just going to come up. I'm just going to do like, this case whenever we have stuff that pops up. Oh, one other thing. I did get, now, y'all, I'm going to put out a couple of videos. You all better watch them because I got Fox Nation back. I had it for like 3 years. I canceled it like 2 months ago, literally just 2 months ago. And I already got it back because there's a bunch of stuff on here about Nancy Guthrie. There's, they have a new video out. I'm trying to find it. What's it called? What Happened to Nancy Guthrie? And it's like their investigation. So I might put that out tomorrow, like afternoon. And then they have a new one. It's called Missing Nancy Guthrie Live Show Day 11. Also, I didn't check yet, but I was going to see if they had any like anything for the other cases that we cover. Because they usually do. So, but if not, I'll keep it for this case. We'll see if we like it. I also have Hulu back. I put an episode over there. The Tepe Murders Part 1. That's the only thing that's out yet right now. So it's Part 1. They Hulu picked it up already. They already have it out on Hulu. Tepe Murders already out. That was quick, right? If you guys are watching, I will put out the Murdoch Murders. That on Hulu is so good. I think I have 3 episodes on here. There's like 8 altogether. It's very well done. It's very well done. I love the music in it. I think the music's really good. I'm not a big country girl fan, but I love older country, like 90s country, and that's all that's like in there. So yeah. But thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. And thank you guys all that were listening in. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We do talk true crime every single day here. We talk all kinds of cases. So if you're into true crime, make sure that, you're all subscribed up. If you're watching from Facebook, make sure you leave me a comment. If you're watching from YouTube, leave me a comment. And if you're watching from X, I don't know if you can leave comments over there, but just leave something on my wall. That way I know you watched. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out tonight. We gonna let it out tonight. We gonna let it out just like the sunrise. We gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now.